Jelly Spoons. Welcome to Game Dojo. It's your boy, the Game Ninja. You know where we are. We are in my gaming utopia, the famed Game Dojo. And ladies and Jelly Spoons, welcome to another gaming hour. We have the Ring of Power, can't be sour. It is another gaming hour. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I was thinking, we did Xbox on lock. We did the Nintendo Power Hour, and we've been feeling really good, but I wanted to take it back. Take it back. So we decided to go back a little bit further in the archives. Where, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, but it's gonna be Mega. What other choice could there be than Sega? Now, where are we coming from? Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega CD, Sega 32X, Sega Dreamcast. There's so many different Sega systems we could come from. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time to get on this train, pull out the station, full speed, and let me drop this thing. And as always, you have a co-pilot seat right here next to your boy. I get the thrashing, you get the laughing, no capping. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you guys to sit back and relax with your favorite bag of snacks and get ready for these game tracks. Because I am the Game Ninja, baby. And this is the Sega Mega Hour. To the controller wall to see what our weapon, our first weapon of mass destruction shall be. You don't have to wait. I have it right here with me. Ladies and gentlemen, first up to bat. Oh yeah, that's Sega. Sega! That's right, baby. Now, A, B, A, C, A, B, B. You already know what that is, but this ain't gonna be the last Sega controller for this hour. I feel like we should do a cornucopia and jump from Sega system to Sega system to Sega system to Sega system. How would you guys like that? Would you like to check out some game systems from all over? I would too. So you know what? Since I control the airwaves, let's do it. So I want you guys to have a co-pilot seat right here next to me. Witness the awesomeness, ladies and jelly spoons. Y'all ready to go? Because this train is starting. Gaming only starts and stops in the moments of where it starts and stops. And right now, it begins. The train is pulling out of the station. Full effect. The legend writ. The stain detected. The key in silence. Undetected. 55 in iron pen. Sega Genesis for the win. Up first, Sega. Let's do it. Yo, what up? It's your boy, the Game Ninja. How you guys doing? I told you the Sega Mega Hour will be coming for you guys. You thought I forgot about my Sega fans. Didn't forget about my Sega fans. How can I not? Do you remember that commercial back in the day when they flicking the dude's ear in class? And like, say it, Sega! Yeah, y'all don't remember that? Anyway, like I said earlier on, you know where we coming from. You know this is the Sega Mega Hour. You know we have the Ring of Power. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, it is on like Sonic on Robotnik Kong. Now I ain't gonna call him Eggman because when I grew up, it was Robotnik. So that's how I refer to him, as Robotnik. So by you referring to him, you let me know which genre of gamer you fall in. So ladies and jelly spoons, as always, you have a co-pilot seat right here in the Game Dojo, and we about to get down. We're gonna jump into every Sega system I own. That's right, we're going to jump into every Sega system I own, and we're going to have us a good old time. I actually have my drawers open for the first, which is going to be Sega Genesis. I might do Sega Master System first, but I got the drawers open below with some cartridges on standby. You want to see them? You want to see them? All right, come on. All right, so we over here, the Tower of Power. You can see right there, we got some cartridges on standby. We got some cartridges on standby. I told you, man. We are ready. We got the controller set up. We got 3 buttons, 6 button, that Saturn controller, that Dreamcast controller. It's on, man. It's on. It's on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to sit back and relax with your favorite bag of snacks and get ready for these game tracks because it's on. I don't know. I might put headphones in and do some 80s and 90s music while I game, you know what I'm saying, just to get the nostalgia flowing really good. I know you're like, yo, your hair ain't out no more. Nah, I had to put it back because I was getting kind of hot when I was gaming. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to tie it back and roll. I know they ain't have to do nothing with nothing. But anyway, enough talk. Gaming is where we call. Gaming is where we going to put down. Ladies and gentlemen, gaming only begins and ends in the moments where it starts and stops. Right now, it starts. Sega! Welcome to the construct. You've been told what the Matrix is. Now, you are going to experience Sega in the Matrix. Everything Sega has to offer will be seen here. Are you guys ready to enter? Dude, I feel really good. There's some good gaming afoot. If you guys really don't know anything about Sega or Sega systems, or known across the pond as the Mega Drive, you guys are in for a surprise. I'm going to try to dig deep with these games so that it's not the same ones that you always see, but we definitely going to have some bangers in here and some classics. So enough talk for me. Let's hit that RF switch and let's get started. Now, for those of y'all who don't know what static and white noise and white fuzz is, for many of us, when we began our broadcast day of gaming back in the day, this is what we was meant with before we had to turn to channel 3 or 4, click that RF switch and get into some gaming. This is what we were meant with. Let's take a moment for fuzz. I don't know if you can even see this no more now that we in a digital state and no longer all analog. But ladies and gentlemen, this is fuzz. Now we starting off with a little bit of a Sega Master System. I took it back. So we don't play, we take it to the house, and I decided we're going to take it a little bit back. So for those of you who didn't know what the Sega infrastructure looked like back in the 80s, more closer to the 70s, but in the 80s, this is Alien Syndrome on the Sega Master System. We don't play, take it to the house. 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 We gotta rescue the hostages. The game is pretty simple, but if you fall down that hole, you going into the darkness. How did he get me? I think I already came over here. Yep. Gotta go down. Yep, we did that one. Get down. Take it to the house. 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 And get down. Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, at least we made it to the boss. All right, so you were looking at the Sega Master System version of Alien Syndrome. We might bust one more Sega Master System, but we got a lot of systems to get to. So let's bust one more Sega Master System game. Now we got some shiz for you. I don't know if y'all know about Kensoden. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Get on down, can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down, can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down, can I get down? I want to hear that. Boom, boom. Better eat your vegetables. I does what I do. Mic check 1, 2. I'ma rain. Rain forever, rain like bad weather, rain like whoever never. Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Superintendent. I'm like what you call king of yes y'all. Shake your ass to the state. See, I ain't scared of you. To me, you're awesome. Cause I make the ruckus. Biting like I'm saber-tooth. I pound on the ground when I get down. So let me get down. Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down, can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down, can I get down? Bro, come on, just die already. Why I oughta. I forgot where to go, dude. No! Oh my God, how he dropped me all the way down to the ground. I just figured out where to go. And my boy... hell out of here, man. Bro, I'm about to die again. Oh my God, dude. One more hit. One more hit. Oh, we about to, that's okay. Get on down, can I get down? Can I get down? Get on down, can I get down? That's alright. So if you never played this, you got to think of the time period, the frame, and on the system. This was the Sega Master System, and this was Kensiden, baby. Kensiden, Kenshiden. Now we gonna bump this up to some Sega Genesis. Oh yeah, we bumped this up from 88 to 89. Oh, I ain't mean to do that. Oh my God. I always mess up. They don't know. Bro, how you gonna kick me in the back? Get firing these bitches one time. Now we could keep going with this, but Golden Axe is one of my most favorite arcade games. I used to bust this all the times in the arcade, and this is a very long game from an arcade standpoint. But I have more gameplay to get to, so let's jump up with another Sega Genesis game. Oh, you really ain't think we was gonna bust the enhanced edition of Mortal Kombat, baby? What is wrong with y'all? This is Sega Genesis, baby. I love the music and I love the sound of the Sega Genesis one, but I did like the Super Nintendo character select screen. I'm not gonna lie, I did like that. Boom, boom. Hit it, then split it. Junior Mafia, I don't know what the hell's stopping ya. We about to represent up in here. Sonya, you don't know what's coming, girl. Woo! I get deeper and deeper, help you reach the... Let me get these buttons down. Oh, there it is. Let me get these buttons together, girl. I'm rocking a 6-button controller. That's why I ain't rocking 3-button on this. I'm rocking 6-button. All right, there we go. There it is, baby. Don't go, don't go, don't go. I love you so. Fatality stroke. Nothing to do but send her home to you. I'm through. Subby, give me one more chance. One more chance. Subby, give me one more chance. Him or me. Greater boots for girls. The envy of all women. Crush linen. I give that ass a good taxing. Double flawless victory. Fatality. Your boy on fire right now. I'm the resident. I don't know. I can't represent Puff P. Diddy too much right now, so I gotta switch songs on my headphones. But this is Mortal Kombat. This is the great version of Mortal Kombat. This is Mortal Kombat Enhanced. But I'm gonna give y'all one more Sega Genesis game. One more Sega Genesis game. To hold the hold, they call the Ghostbusters, now they're in control. I'm throwing a party. While all the while the slime was under the building. Put the whole time back on their backs and they split. Not about ego, the master of evil. You and me wanna be living. If you want something special, gotta. Damn it! Damn you! Alright, so it's time to step the game up. We're gonna step the game up higher. Y'all ready to step the game up? I know I am. We're gonna step the game up. Let's bring out the tower of power and stack that Genesis up for the gaming Sega Mega Power Hour. Bars. So now we're gonna bust it up with some 32X. And ladies and gentlemen, what better way to bust 32X than to get that flex on decks with that arcade favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and jelly spoons, children of all ages, Virtua Fighter. Where my boy Jackie? Why I call him Jackie all the time? His name is Jeffrey.
Fight one, ready, go!
You know what? Okay. Okay. I was trying to go for a scoop slam, but he ain't want me to do it. We gonna jump on to something else. I just wanted to show you Virtua Fighter. We ain't gonna spend too much time on it. And we can't do one without two. It's me and it's you. And from 32X, we gotta do that Mortal Kombat 2 enhanced version. That enhanced version. Basically, it was just the Genesis version booted up better. But we might get our ass whooped because I ain't never been a Mortal Kombat 2 dude. And I ain't really too good when it comes to Mortal Kombat 2, especially on 32X. So we got our 6-button controller, but I don't think that's going to help us this time. I think y'all about to see my first L of the night. I might, yeah. Might as well get by one fight. What's extra features? AI nerf? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I shouldn't even be messing with all this stuff, but I don't even know. Alright, so we gonna try with the 6-button controller. I should have better chances, but I gotta get the buttons down. Alright.
Round 1, fight.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out the buttons, and Raiden got it off on me. Raiden got it off on me. All right.
Round 2, fight.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Whoo!
Round 3, fight.
Damn it. I tried to bust his dragon fatality. I think it's like down, forward, back, back. Or forward, down, back, back.
Round 1, fight.
Okay.
Round 2, fight. Finisher. Wins.
It looks beautiful. The enhanced version looks beautiful. But I got way more. I got way more gameplay to get to. We got to jump into another 32X game. Last 32X game I got to show you is the ultimate. If Van Damme, was supposed to be in Mortal Kombat, the game. This is straight out of a Van Damme movie. The first game of this time to have the real sprites, the real looking characters, and the real looking scans of people. Pit Fighter. This John is banging. This John is banging. I love Pit Fighter. I'm probably gonna lose, but I love Pit Fighter. That's my boy with the tornado kick. Now I just gotta figure out how to do the moves. Southside Gym. So we had to step it up to Sega CD because I want y'all to get the Sega CD up in here too as well. I cannot let you get the Sega CD in a Sega Mega Hour where I said we busting all the Sega game systems I got. Started out with Master System, now we up. You see where we at. CD quality technology now. We done moved up and stepped the game way up. Oh, you know what this is? Y'all know what this is? I'm gonna have to move on because that's the actual song. And they trying to get a brother copyrighted. This is that hot one. All right, so I'm gonna stop there. This is that banging Terminator game. Press start when ready. This is Terminator 2. We just recently got that Terminator 2 game, arcade game, which is amazing. But this is the John on the Sega CD. That was awesome. I gotta bust another Sega CD game for you guys, so just sit tight. Now, every time I bust Sega CD, I have to bust this at least once. So forgive me for doing so, but I have to bust this at least once. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to play it because it's a very long game, but I would feel remiss if I didn't show it to you. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the world of Sega CD, I give you probably the best B-movie zombie movie in the world. I kind of wish this really was a real movie. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Corpse Killer. Welcome to hell, sucker. Oh, if y'all didn't recognize my boy from Seinfeld, yes, that is my boy from Seinfeld. Okay, so going from Corpse Killer to another game, I have to show you these. We're running out of time, so I want to get a few more systems in here. So I'm just showing you like the intros to a few of these games. But Sega CD had so much. You literally attach it to your Sega Genesis. You could put the 32X on top of it. It was called the Tower of Power. But look at this. Look at this. Check this out. Look at this. And now it's copywritten, so I can't let that go. So unfortunately, but I want to show you what this game was, what this game really was. And this is probably one of the best Power Ranger games ever invented. They did a lot of like the real life cinema, which I kind of like.
An interdimensional being caught in a time warp.
And my name is Alpha 5.
This planet is under attack, and I have brought
So,
you to save it.
while some people have passed away and they're no longer here, we have them digitalized forever in the game. And this is how we celebrate them in the game. One love to the Yellow Ranger, Trini. One love to Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger. Ladies and gentlemen, let you...
Those stupid teenagers don't know who they're messing with. Get the money.
Told you, this Joan was crazy. This Joan was crazy. I like the putties. How many of y'all knew that Tay-Mac, Bruce Leroy, actually was one of the putty stand-ins? I forgot. I gotta do it the right way.
What do we do now?
It's morphin' time!
Give us power. Let's do it. Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Brontosaurus!
Oh!
Teleport them Ziggy to Rose City. Please have just sent down Goldar.
Right away, Lord.
I gotta stop. I'm getting too into this. Gotta stop. Now, I know y'all thought I was gonna forget about the Dreamcast, the C to the A to the ST. We ain't forget about a damn thing. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wheeler.
if you don't know what 18-wheeler is about, I'm gonna let it do a little demo. This is from the years of 2000 to 2001. I want you to check this out. I want you to check this out because this is probably one of the most underrated, overlooked games in the catalog,
They crisscross the American
but one of the
continent,
best.
hauling 30 tons or more at a
Straight
time.
from the arcades.
Breaker one down. This is Texas Hawk. Anybody out there copy? Over.
Trouble.
Come back. This is Lizard Tail.
Stiff arm.
I'm telling all you losers to get out of my way.
Rock and roll. The roar of 450 horsepower engines. The drivers know these 26-meter vehicles like the backs of their hands. Time is running out. Don't slow down.
Y'all ready, man?
You're new, aren't you? If you got any problems, just call out. I'll give you a hand. Your destination for this job is Key West. Make sure you get there on time.
Ready? Go! Good morning, New York. 1110 KRWA Super Express Truckers Network. Here's our first song to wake you up. Here we go.
We truckers are considered real professionals by making our deliveries on time. So hurry up and become a full professional, you hear? good. We're counting on you to do the next job right, too.
Tell me how amazing this damn game is. It's not talked about, it's not seen, it's not showed. That is a travesty. Not here in the game dojo. We gonna bring it to you. We gonna definitely bring it to you.
Please select a trailer.
Looks like you're getting the hang of it. Your destination...
All right, so since we are here on the Dreamcast, I feel remiss. Like I said, I'm trying to show you some great games that don't get no airplay, hardly anybody shows. This one is another one. Across 110th Street. What y'all know about this? What you know? What y'all know about this? What you know about Daytona? And this is amazing because this is the home console version and it plays and looks almost exactly like the arcade. That's what I love about the Dreamcast. It gave you a home version of the arcade like no other system could do. Definitely underrated, definitely overlooked. Now it's gonna take me a few seconds to get my buttons together, but I should be able to get it in there. So y'all, stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, I gotta figure out what is gas. All right, so I found gas. Oh. All right. When I need it in the morning, in the middle of the night, I ain't too proud to beg. What's wrong, then we got it going on. Sorry if I'm making y'all dizzy. A brother trying to get the driving on here. This controller's kind of wonky. I did my thing. They even didn't make you feel, they even made you feel kind of good about your game being over the way they did it. Like, even losing with style. We got to jump into the last system because we're already over an hour and I didn't want it to be over an hour. So we got to jump into the last system, which if you know what you know, then you know. You know, ladies and gentlemen, with the burn, this is definitely Sega Saturn coming up for you. Now, when it comes to Sega Saturn, these games are intensely bigger, better, and stronger. And It's basically, you're just, at this point, you're playing arcade at home. Basically. Ladies and gentlemen, this first game, when I saw it in the arcade, made me go crazy. And when I played it, it made my life literally go crazy because I had never seen or played anything like this up to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, if you don't know, now you know, I give you Die Hard, the arcade. Yeah. If you've never played Die Hard, you in for a surprise. Does it run by the John McClane storyline? A little bit yes and a little bit no. They also have the Die Hard trilogy. He just ran by and punched dude in the face. We got games both coming from Japan and North America. You'll know by the loads which is which. But if you're going to have a Sega Saturn, then you got to have the foreign imported games. They just, I don't know, they're just a little bit of extra emphasis when it comes to some of the games. Some of the games I swear by North American versions, but then some of the other games, it's going to have to be Japan, man. For some reason, they just put their thing down when it came to a lot of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you X-Men versus Street Fighter. Oh, we ain't done. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. I figure I might as well let you look at a little demo fight while I'm getting ready to change CDs. Birthday pepperah. I'm trying to give you guys some looks at some of these lesser known games. I got like 2 more for you. Like I said, we already over an hour, which is, I didn't want to go there, but gaming only begins and ends in the moments of where it starts and stops. And right now the gameplay is going, so we're going. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our last system of the day, Sega Saturn. We came through Sega Dreamcast, we came through Sega CD, Sega 32X, we came through Sega Genesis, we came through Sega Master System. I think I'm forgetting one. I don't know which one I'm forgetting, but I think we went through another one. This is X-Men Children of the Atom. Now, I'm gonna see if they have a demo fight. Like I said, I want to jump in and play all of these, but we are way over time. So I at least want you guys to get a look at these games functioning rather than just jumping in and playing, because I'm gonna get lost with time. But we will do full gameplays of these later on. All you guys got to do is request it in the comments and let me know which ones you want to see more of, and we can definitely do that. It's my girl Psylocke versus Cyclops. Ladies and jelly spoons, this has been an awesome trip down Sega for the Sega Mega Hour. And I'm so glad that you guys were here with me as we got a chance to explore and enjoy some of these classic games and game systems, because as we stand in 2025, these game systems have all fallen. They are no more. But as I said before, as long as we keep them alive, as long as we keep them going, as long as there's a few of us old dinosaurs out there with the weaponry, the systems, and the ability to show light and shed light on these games and these systems, it's always going to be around. So, ladies and gentlemen, game preservation starts with us, it ends with us, it keeps going with us. And if you want the next generation to know about some of these awesome games, let me tell you something. I'd have met so many different types of gamers, Gen Xers, Gen Yers, Gen Zers, millennial gamers. We done came across on so many different chats and talks. And some of these people had no idea that some of these games even existed. And when I showed them what they were, a lot of them actually fell in love with them almost instantly. Like, you got to understand, there's nothing wrong with modern graphics, nothing wrong with modern gaming as it were to gamers. When it comes to the industry, they have forgotten what it takes and what makes their cake. When it comes to your gamers, when it comes to your patrons, when it comes to the people, make a great game first. Make a great game first. Don't be thinking about sequels and part 4s and part 5s while you making part 1 and part 1 sucks. You got to think. You got to put some effort into it. Listen to your patrons. Get some feedback. Do some quality control. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how actual games are ruined and made, based off of what you think your public wants and off of what your public really wants. We're telling you what we want, but you're giving us what you think we want. And that's where it falls short. But back in the day, it was put up or shut up. There was 100 basketball games, 100 football games, 100 soccer games, 100 wrestling games, 100 racing games, 100 simulation games, 100 MMORPG games. There wasn't just Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation. You had Sega, you had Atari, you had 3DO, Panasonic Real, you had TurboGrafx 16. Like, there were so many systems out there. It wasn't just one. And I think that breed of competition is lost now. Because when it comes to modern day gaming, it's either this or that. It's not a plethora of choices. And it kind of makes me angry, because when it comes to football, it's always going to be Madden. When it comes to basketball, it's always going to be 2K. Back in the day, what happened to NBA Live 95? What happened to NBA Jams? You know, there's so many different games in this genre that it's sad that this is what we end up with. But back in the day, still exists. If you have people and know people, or if you have the consoles, it still exists. Ladies and jelly spoons, the last Saturn game, and definitely not least, I have about maybe 50 Sega Saturn games, but the last one I'm going to leave you with for today, because the gameplay is very long, is the original, imitated, duplicated, and now resurrected on the common consoles, the newer next-gen consoles, House of the Dead. But House of the Dead began back in the day as an arcade game. And I am going to say the best home conversion from arcade to home console will always be the Sega Saturn version. Well, actually, I like Sega CD too, but I like the Sega Saturn version the most. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the House of the Dead.
I'm getting cute. No, no.
Shall all die. The House of the Dead.
I freaking love this game. In the arcade, they gave you a gun to shoot. It was even funner. Gotta love it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sega Mega Hour. Ladies and jelly spoons, thank you for joining me on a magnificent, oh my God, I can't even talk right. Magnificent. I dipped into a Mike Tyson thing. Thank you for joining me for a magnificent time here in the game dojo. No. Thank you for joining me for a magnificent time here in the game dojo. I joke and I kid, but Sega did more for millions and millions of kids' childhoods just as much as Nintendo. Way back before PlayStation was a thing, way back before Xbox was a thing, Nintendo and Sega Genesis were the leaders in the world of console gaming. You can stand on it 10 toes down. It was what it was. And they went right for each other's throat. Most of us who remember that, most of us who were around during that time, remember the campaigns. Can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does. Blast processing, boast. They went back and forth. But in the spirit of competition, we got some great games and great game systems. Today, we had the ability to do Sega Master System, one of the first systems I've ever owned with cartridges and cards. That was amazing, because cartridges and cards to me still today seem amazing to have. Then we moved up and stepped up to the Sega Genesis. Then we did the Tower of Power and got the 32X up on there, the Sega Genesis 32X. Then we moved to the Sega CD era of gaming, and it just, wow. Sega CD was absolutely amazing. And then we moved on to Dreamcast. Then we moved on to Sega Saturn. Now, I could have done Game Gear, but I didn't want to stick Game Gear in there as we were literally being crunched for time. And right now, we at an hour 15. So I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is when it comes to the land of gaming. So ladies and jelly spoons, boys and girls, thank you for joining me for this Sega Mega Hour with the Ring of Power. Can't be sour. I hope you learned and enjoyed just what Sega offered the world of gaming. Because as it stands today, it's a name that's not on everybody's dinner table. It's not in a lot of game conversations. And very few people know about just the dedication, the life, the world, the legacy that Sega did for gaming. And Sega is still a game maker today. The systems may not be dominating the market, but with the Mini bringing things back, with their talk of being like a Dreamcast Mini or something like that, it's probably a pipe dream. But for those of us who have the older systems, those of us who still have it, it lives. Sega lives with us. The black with the stripes, it lives with us. Sega still lives on, no matter what happened in the console wars. No, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get it today, you can purchase some Sega compilations through Xbox, PlayStation, definitely on Nintendo. Nintendo has their own Sega Genesis app. I wish there was more love shown to a competitor that was stronger than anything I've ever seen in the entire world, and some of the most underrated systems ever put to market, hands down. I'm telling you, when it comes from going straight from the arcade straight to the home system, Sega CD and Sega Saturn and Dreamcast freaking dominated, absolutely dominated. Game for game, verbatim, they look exactly like the arcade. And to give that to somebody on their home system is just amazing, because conversion sucked back then. I'ma say it, conversion sucked. If you played Mortal Kombat in the arcade and you played it on Super Nintendo and Genesis, it was a different feeling. But when these stronger systems came along in the CD era, they put their best foot forward, and I am going to say they delivered on a console experience from home to arcade, from arcade to home, that was above the rest. And Sega, you may be forgotten at a lot of households and dinner tables, but you're always the guest of honor here in the Game Dojo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and jelly spoons, Sega. I'll see you guys next time in the gameplay.